Hi guys, I'm Bri.
And I'm Alli. This is Offscript.
If you think about it, books are potential scripts for movies.
When this adaptation happens, typically it's disappointing because they went off script.
In this series, we will be talking about how off script they went.
Hey guys, welcome
To off script. Okay, Cassidy.
Oh, that's right. He did that. Dang it.
I thought it was clever. Hey, we're having a minisode today.
Yeah, where we're going to tell you all about us.
Yeah. Do we want to start with us or start with how our pod works or a little of both?
Start with our podcast.
Okay. So we have new listeners, as we just found out, at least 13 new listeners.
Mm-hmm.
So those 13, this episode's for you.
Well, it's also because, like, what if all the people who have joined us since our last one who haven't gone back and listened to the last one because they don't want to go back? Maybe they don't. I mean, if you've been listening to us for a while, you have to get the gist of it. But
we're going to tell you the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we compare books to their movies. And I think we do a pretty dang good job of it.
Yeah, we do. Alli covers basically the book from start to finish.
Mm-hmm. I said on the last episode that I'm basically Spark Notes. You know, I could save my life and stop taking notes and just use Spark Notes. But you know what?
That's cheating.
It's cheating, and I do the work for you guys. So I do audiobooks most of the time. I try to read a book a season, but life.
Yeah.
So single mama over here, 2 kids, and it's about to be summer break. So who knows what life is about to do.
Summer break is usually when you get a book in.
It is. Because I just can sit by them playing in the pool. Because they can entertain each other then.
Yeah.
So right now I have to entertain Tyler all by myself. I'm like, I can't do this. But so I sit there, and after every chapter, I do the audiobook, I pause it, and I do a voice memo of what just happened. And then, you guys, I go and I put it all in my notes, and I have to decipher what the heck my phone thought I said. Because a lot of the time I have to sit there, and I even have to say it out loud. It's like that. What is that game?
Oh, what is it called?
Yes,
no one can
where you
see
put
me.
the thing in your mouth,
The plastic thing.
and then you like say something, and someone has to figure out what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's basically what I do. I have to figure it out, and I put it all in our notes. And what do you do?
I read the book, and then I watch the movie, and then I take the notes on the movie saying what's different. Mm-hmm.
Did we introduce ourselves?
No, we did not. I am Bri.
I'm Alli.
Forever and a day into this episode.
That's all right. So, but then, then we go over, and we always like to start our episodes with a painting our picture. Now, we started that way back when because I like to know where my podcasters are.
Mm-hmm.
But then we ended up recording in the same place for so long that we're like, why are we going to repeat ourselves? So
You already know where we're at.
yeah. So it ended up
do it again.
being our chit chat moment.
Yeah. So we, this way too, because we learned quick, if we didn't chit chat at the start of the episode, we would chit chat during the episode.
To the point where we recorded at the library once. And our amazing host was like, man, sometimes I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's been 20 minutes and you guys haven't even started the episode. And we're like, oh, shoot. Thank you for that feedback.
Be quicker.
So
Our bad.
yeah, so we've sort of learned. I mean, it can still be a little bit, but not nearly as bad. It helps that we do our minisodes too.
Yeah, exactly. And we basically just like chat about whatever happened to us that day, that week, a funny story.
Mm-hmm. We try to keep that under 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we jump in. If there's any trigger warnings, we let you know. So almost all Stephen King books have trigger warnings.
Yes.
And then we give you a synopsis of what the heck that book's about. So, and I think we're going to start putting it in our show notes.
Yes.
So that when you're reading and you're like, oh, bullet train. I don't know what that's about. And you can read the synopsis to figure out, oh, it's about assassins. No, I'm not into that. Or, oh, that sounds really cool. So you'll know if the episode would even interest you. Because we know we're a podcast where not
everyone's listening to every episode.
You're going to pick and choose which ones interest you.
Yeah. Which ones float your boat.
Which we understand. I guess. I mean, it'd be cool if you listen to every single one of them.
I would really appreciate it. I check our numbers daily.
She does. She'll send me a
screenshot.
Yeah. Of like, oh my gosh, we just posted this episode and we've already had 6 listens today.
Which is insane because normally it like starts out day 1 and we've got 2.
But we posted it like a couple hours ago and we already had 6 or something.
Mm-hmm. I was impressed. That was The Shining.
Thanks, everybody who listened. Anyway, so then we go into all the details. Like, we give you the author, director, screenplay writer, and audiobook reader, which that was new a couple seasons ago. Because I was like, I love this audiobook reader. And Bri's like, you need to start giving them credit.
Mm-hmm. I thought it would be a good add to the episodes because I felt like you kept saying, oh, this person was so good. Or this audiobook reader was amazing. And I was like, cool. And we did not say who they were.
I know. And then if I don't like them, I mean, granted, don't have to take my word for it. But if you want to do an audiobook, you can go out there and find a different audiobook reader.
Yeah, exactly. Because multiple audiobook readers are out there for each book.
Yep. So then we keep going and we tell you about the book and when it was released and the movie when it was released and how different, like the years.
And how different
the years. I always find that part interesting because which one was it? Oh, it was the last song that it was turned into a movie before
it was a book. Mm-hmm.
But the movie was based on the screenplay or the manuscript.
Yeah.
So it's but then we'll have others like I think it was Wuthering Heights was like 80 something years or I don't know. It's just I always find that part interesting. Then we talk about which we did first
because we have an ongoing theory. I've always said, because, man, I always used to read the book before the movie or show would come out. And some people were like, why? And I was like, because whichever one you do first is the one you're going to like more. And for some reason, I wanted to like the movie or the book more. And so then when we started this, I was like, here's my theory.
No, we came up with it in Harry Potter because it was like, oh, duh, the book's always better. But then it was like, what one? The 4th one you had watched first, or was it the third one?
Third one. 4th one, I like the movie more.
Okay, yeah. The 3rd one you watched first. Mm-hmm. And you're like, I like the movie more. And I was like, you're freaking crazy.
Oh,
and
no. No, I like the book more.
Okay, then it wasn't that one. Second one?
No, I don't like the book.
No, that's what I'm saying. Whichever one you watched first. Oh, the 4th one. It was the 4th one. You watched the 4th one first. Mm-hmm. And so you like the movie and you don't like the book.
We really didn't do which did you do first in the first 3?
No, we didn't even do that in the first season. Maybe we did it after Harry Potter.
I think we did it in Harry Potter.
Yeah, but we didn't have a section for it. We would just be talking about it. Let's see. I can pull up my Harry Potter notes. Let's see.
Do it. Because I think you're misremembering.
Dude, no. When I pulled up my Harry Potter notes the other day.
Yeah.
Man, you guys.
Yeah, we've fleshed out the notes for sure.
If you stick with us through Harry Potter, you get a gold star. I keep saying that. Harry Potter wasn't bad. Mm-mm. I'm just so proud of how far we've come.
Yeah. We actually would freaking put chit chat notes.
Dude, we would. And then
I love your first note is can't talk about every single detail. And now we talk about every single detail.
All of the details. The synopsis, why do we pick it? Mm-hmm. Does it?
No, keep going.
No, then it's comparisons.
Oh. Well, we started the podcast with that theory in mind.
No, it was during Harry Potter we came up with it.
I remember talking about it on our road trip in the car. Or at least I told you my theory.
Oh, then maybe we just made it known in one of the Harry Potters.
Yeah.
I remember. No, because I just re-listened to it, and it was like an aha moment we said on there.
Well, this has always been my theory.
Oh, well, then you're an actress because you're like, oh, that's a good theory.
Well, that's hilarious. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
That's hilarious.
I've always told because my uncle.
Dude, these notes are horrendous. Sorry, I'm still looking at the Harry Potter ones. I just love our format now, how I write my notes now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we didn't do any of that. We didn't do which first. We didn't do initial thoughts.
I also like in your original casting how you put like a paragraph for each person.
Oh yeah, that was because I put why I wanted to or why I liked them. So this was like me legit making all of my notes so I wouldn't forget on the episode. And now, because we're professional, we just do it by the
top of our
seat
head
of our pants. Yeah. So anyway, so then we tell you which we did first because of our theory and then our initial thoughts on the plot itself. So not on book, not on movie, just is this a good story? Do you like the story?
Mm-hmm. Which sometimes trips me up and is a hard question to answer. Really I'm always like, what?
When we first added that, which you wanted us to add that.
Because I thought it was a great question. And then I got asked it and I was like,
what do you mean?
What the fuck are we answering?
That's so funny. And then why do we pick it? And that's always a fun one for Bri because she always picks our books.
I know. And sometimes we'll be going over a book that I scheduled years and years ago. So I'm like, I really have to sit here and think. I cut out all of my pauses or me sounding like a jackass, but I sit there and I'm like, why did I schedule this? But sometimes I remember. I typically always get to
the point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then we started this new thing in like season 2, I think, which is my super fun facts.
Mm-hmm.
Because guys, in researching things,
what it was you did it in Cujo.
Well, because we had to look up if that kid knew he was being attacked by a real dog. Because we're like, that is the best acting
we've ever seen.
From a little kid. He was like so convincing.
Mm-hmm.
And so then that led us down a rabbit hole of finding out facts. And so then I was like, oh. And then I just found out, like, I think one of our first ones, the next scene was Jumanji. And I just found out so many cute little facts about Jumanji. And then I was like, we're just going to do this. I'm going to pick 5 facts and we're going to do 5 fun facts for every.
Some of them, she hates herself for doing that because some of them, they don't have any.
Dude, sometimes their facts are nothing. It's like, did you know this was based off a book? I'm like, really?
Wow.
But then we go straight into the comparisons.
Mm-hmm.
And then we compare. And then we get to the cast. And we chat about the cast.
Yeah, and if we didn't like anyone, we recast them.
Mm-hmm. But we do, like, for example,
if the movie came out in the 80s, we have to find an 80s actor. We can't cast someone from present day.
Mm-hmm. See, we try and be legit.
Mm-hmm. We also can't recast people that we've already talked shit about in previous episodes.
One time.
I'll never let you live that down. I just love that it was literally like the episode in our Harry Potter episodes, guys.
This was during the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial.
Mm-hmm. And I am a huge Johnny Depp fan. So we're pro Johnny over here. And Allie's like talking shit about Amber Heard with me. And then the next episode.
Okay, I need to defend myself. Well, okay, finish saying what I did.
Okay. So the next episode, it's the 4th Harry Potter. And we get to recasting. And we get to Fleur because she doesn't like who plays Fleur. She goes, for Fleur, Amber Heard.
Okay, now let me explain. I don't know actors and actresses, and I didn't follow the trial. This was like the trial kind of sort of just started, right? Mm-hmm. Once it was in it, gosh, you know who Amber Heard was because, oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. It kind of just started. I don't follow celebrities. I don't know actors and actresses. So I legit typed in blonde actresses from 2007 or whatever. And her name came up. And I was like, oh, she kind of looks like a deceitful little Vila girl.
Yes, she is.
See? She could have played her.
No. I'm not giving her a job.
So anyways, that was that. But so we don't talk about everyone because, for example, coming up next season is like Good Omens, and there's 195 people that were cast.
Not talking about all of them.
We're not. So we talk about the main ones. And if we skip a main one that you are like, how dare you? That's when we need you
to reach out to us and tell us, or like if we talk about, or we don't talk about someone that you want recast and you're like, but they need to be this person. Message us
on our wonderful website. We have actually a couple ways. We have an actual, like, if you go to contact us, or there's a little let's chat little bubble. All you do is click it and it'll send us an instant message.
Ooh. Or in Spotify, there's you can interact with us there. You can send us voice memos. You can respond to the I think it's after every episode, a question box will pop up and say, what did you think of this episode?
Oh, that would be actually a perfect place to put it. Because then it would be linked to the episode already. So we would be like, oh, in The Shining, they don't like this person.
Exactly.
So then, and then when we do, every season we do one trilogy. Coming up, we're about to be doing a few series. But we'll explain that
later once we get there, because that's season 6. So don't stress.
Got a while to go still. We'll divide up. So, like, for example, when we did Harry Potter, like Alan Rickman was in all the movies, but we talked about him in the 6th one because that's
his most important book.
Yeah. So.
And we go based off of the book and like the most character development for the character. Sometimes, like Twilight, unfortunately, sometimes the characters would have good development in the book, but it wouldn't get played out in the same way. So then we would have to talk about them at a different point. That happened with a few characters where we were like, oh shit, we still haven't talked about them because they had better character development for this movie, but it's not in that movie.
Yep. So after we talk about all the cast, we talk about if the theme of the book and the movie is the same.
A friend of mine actually is the one who's like, the only thing that matters to me when I'm watching an adaptation is if the theme stayed true.
Yeah, which I found interesting. And then we talk about if the characters are true, how they're written. Because we realize that, unfortunately, a lot of times they are not.
Yeah.
And then obviously, which one do we prefer and why? And if we added this one recently, would you recommend it to a friend?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because we might prefer one over the other, but we might still not recommend like either.
Yeah,
of them.
Exactly. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
And then we give you a sneak peek of what's to come.
Yeah. That's our whole episode.
Yeah. That's literally what we do.
Yeah. We try to keep it under 2 hours for you. But I mean, we
literally, everyone always asks me, how long are the episodes? And I just tell them, I'm like, it depends on how good the adaptation is. Like, if it's spot on, it could take us anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour and a half. If they messed it up so bad, you're going to get a 2-hour episode.
Right. But yeah. But we're kind of the perfect episode to listen to all week. That's why it'll be nice come next season when they aren't having 2 episodes a week.
Yeah. And it's just the one.
Because it's a little stressful. But that's what we do on Mondays, you guys. So this season was a little off because we had the SAG-AFTRA strike. So we couldn't release season 3
on time.
So we gave you a double season because we gave like barely any season.
The last season.
Yeah. And so we've had every other Monday an actual episode. No, every other Wednesday an actual episode and then a minisode. But what we normally do is Mondays are our episodes.
Wednesdays mini.
And then Wednesdays are minisodes. So if you don't really care about the minisodes, like I don't really care what's going on in this girl's life, just don't listen to them.
Exactly.
But we're fun.
Sometimes, I was going to say, sometimes they're extra fun.
yeah, like we're trying to make this one fun because we're about to do some get to know you stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much all you need to know about the podcast.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Random questions to ask friends
Okay.
on Teen Vogue.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever had a crush on a cartoon character?
Yes.
Who?
Danny Phantom.
Oh, heck yeah. Same. Did I ever tell you my story about Aladdin? In high school, I have a bunch of stomach problems, and they started very young. And in high school, I had to get an endoscopy done. Mm-hmm. And this was when, because like I've recently had an endoscopy done, and they let you sleep off the drugs for like a half hour, and then they wake you up and make you leave.
Oh.
Yeah. Back in the day when I first got this done, it was where like you woke up on your own, you kind of came to on your own, all that. And so my mom was there with me. My mom at some point, first off, I kept getting mad at her because like as I was waking up, I wanted food and a drink, and the nurse had got my mom a coffee and had asked me like, oh, what do you want? And I was like, what did I say? Oh, I was like, I want apple juice and goldfish. And so she went to go get it for me, and I was talking to my mom, and I looked, and she had a cup in her hand, and I was like, oh, you're drinking my apple juice? I was mad. But then I told my mom, which is funny because like I don't think, except for I have a very cute picture of me when I went to Disneyland when I was 5, where I was like incredibly shy to meet Aladdin. Mm-hmm. But I never thought that I had a crush on him.
I guess that's true. I don't have a... Okay, you finish.
So then I tell my mom, as I'm like waking up a little bit more, I go, I don't remember this. This just is like my mom telling me. And I go, I need you to keep a secret. And she's like, what? And I was like, you cannot tell the Disney princesses. And she's like, what? I was like, Aladdin picked me up on his magic carpet.
You were flying high that day.
I was. So then she told me that, and I was like, oh my God, apparently I do have a crush on Aladdin.
That's so funny. Yeah, I would never, I guess I'm going to retract. I never had a crush on Danny. Mm-hmm. I just thought he was they drew him really cute. But I never was like, oh, me and Danny Phantom. Oh
yeah. Well, I think it's not meaning like that. I think it's just like, do you think they're cute?
Okay, then yeah.
Because yeah, I've got quite a few. Aladdin, Flynn Rider.
Oh, yep.
Danny Phantom. Yeah, I can't think of any others. I like the Beast, but that's just because I like Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I liked Prince Eric, but you don't like Little Mermaid.
Mm-mm.
You didn't like Eric either?
Oh, no. But I do. Well, no. Sleeping Beauty is my second favorite princess, so I was about to say Prince Charming, but then
Prince Charming isn't Sleeping Beauty.
He's both.
I thought he was Prince Philip.
You're right, it is Prince Philip. I always forget his name because I don't care about it.
Anyways, what else we got?
What's the worst holiday in your opinion?
Oh, like major holiday, not like Arbor Day.
That's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, you hate Thanksgiving.
I do. I don't like turkey.
I don't get it, dude. That's so hard. I love any reason to celebrate. The worst holiday. Yeah, I gotta go through the year.
Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter,
Mother's Day. Is that a major holiday? Going down May, June, Father's Day.
I wouldn't say Mother's Day.
Okay, so July, 4th of July, August, September,
Halloween, Thanksgiving,
Christmas, New Year's. I guess Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
it used to be my favorite. Oh, hi guys, I'm a widow. In case you didn't know. Oh, yeah. Nice to meet you. Yeah, my husband passed away 3.5 years ago.
So crazy.
Isn't that weird? It's been so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're chugging along. We're good. Don't worry. If you want to get all the details, go listen to our 2 Kisses from Addie episode.
Yeah.
Because, man, I don't shut up about it in that one. I actually went back because I was like, oh, I love this episode. And I re-listened to it and I was like, oh my gosh, I hate this episode. It was so embarrassing. We should also plug, you guys. We got
oh yeah, Matt Logan, who wrote 2 Kisses for Maddie,
and then his wife
Lizzie Molyneux,
and her sister Wendy are
the writers of Bob's Burgers,
who also wrote
The People We Hate at the Wedding.
And we got to interview
them,
all of them.
We've also done some cool like remote recordings at local bookshops.
Yeah, so you guys should go find all those. You named them pretty obvious.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much, yeah.
I wish there was a way on Spotify that you could group.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be cool, but we cannot.
Nope. What are you putting off right now?
Like not doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys, I've been on the fence about going back subbing
for
2 years now. I think I'm going to put it off one more year.
I keep saying that I'm going to learn how to take breaks in my day.
Oh, yeah, me too. Nope, that's not going very well. I forgot to ask you how that's going.
It's shitty. It's not going great. Every Sunday I sit down and I make my plan for the week. And I put
more than I do. So good for you.
Thank you. That's just so I don't forget what I have to do. And I'll always like plan breaks. Like I don't put in like break time, but there's like chunks of each day where I don't have anything that I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But then the day comes and I'm like, I can't do nothing. I have to do everything. So there's that for you.
Yep.
That's a fun one. If you were a ghost, how would you haunt people?
Ooh. You know our spooky boys?
Yeah.
They had the same question.
Yeah.
Dang it. And what was their answer? It was like something just so annoying.
I would try to tell everyone puns all the time. I suck at puns, but puns are my favorite.
That's how you'd haunt them?
I would just like come up to their ear and just like, I would just come up to their ear and go, I must ask you a question, but I'll shave it for later.
People will be looking around like, what the heck was that?
What'd you just say to me, man?
Oh, I don't know. I'd want to be something really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know in Casper, how Wendy meets Casper. I love that movie. When Kat feels him and she's like, what are you made of? And he's like, I think it's that stuff that when your arm falls asleep, right?
Yeah.
So I always just imagine that like if a ghost would go through you, your arm like falls asleep.
Okay. Oh, so you would just walk
I would
through
just
people.
go through and I would just touch people's arms and make their arms fall asleep for no reason. Chaos. Neutral.
If you could name your brain, what would you name it?
Slow. Or forgetful probably would be better than slow. Are these good names? Foggy. I'm trying to think of a real name that would encompass all of those things. Logan. Because it's like it's loading. But it's not. Oh, gosh.
What's a good name for an overthinker?
You're doing it right now. You're overthinking it. Just pick a name. Quick. Now.
I don't like the name that keeps coming to my head.
Well, that's what you picked.
Well, I'm sorry if anyone's named this who's listening, but Belinda?
There you go. That is your brain's name now.
Great.
You know what's funny is Cameron, so that was my husband, you guys, used to name his stomach. Well, it's because his older brother did. And so, dang it, what was his... I think Cameron named his Patrick from SpongeBob.
That's hilarious.
And he would always like smack it and be like, Patrick is hungry. I'm like, you're the weirdest person. So here, this is just a basic one.
Okay.
What'd you have for dinner tonight?
Noodles. Garlic and olive oil noodles.
Oh, yum.
Yeah.
I had Subway.
Yum.
What's your favorite snack food?
Well, I guess I'm not wrong in saying this, but man, I wish I had a different answer because it just sounds so weird. I love pickles. I love all kinds of pickles. I will eat any kind of pickles. Sweet gherkins, dill, butter. What are they called? Bread and butter, pickles. I'll eat them as chips. I'll eat them as spears. I'll eat them whole. Oh, that's my favorite.
I love McDonald's French fries.
Oh, those are good.
That's my, like, if I could eat those every day, I'd gain 1,000,000 pounds and love life. I also love, they don't make them anymore. I haven't been able to find them anywhere and I just want to cry. Cheese nips. So not Cheez-Its.
I've never even heard of them.
Oh my gosh. They were so good. They were like, so you know, Cheez-Its are more, they're crunchier, but they're more, they're cheesy, but they're salty.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Cheese nips were just, they're exactly like Cheez-Its, except that they're so much more on the cheesier side than the saltier side. They were so freaking good. Now I got to check Amazon to see if they exist in the world somewhere and I might buy them. But that was always my road trip snack. As of 2020, they've been discontinued.
Oh.
I just want to cry. Worst news of the day. Maybe they'll be like Hostess and come back.
Maybe. If you have questions for us, or you are like, wow, I wish you would answer this. Message us.
Yeah, I want to know this about you guys.
Yeah.
We're open books.
Yeah. We'll tell you anything and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Monday, we've got the host.
Should be fun.
Yeah, it should be.
And then
Wednesday, we've got Dr. Sleep.
I'm
excited for that one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
I like that one. Cool. All right.
I think we say that every time we say what's coming out on Wednesday. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
I mean, I like most of the ones we've done. There's only been a handful that I've been like, ooh.
That's true. Same.
It's the worst.
Same.
And I haven't finished the host yet, so I don't know. Yeah, you guys, I got to finish it. It like comes out in a couple days? Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Yikes.
When I said that, I was like, holy shit, Allie's got to do that quick.
I sure do.
All right.
Okay, you guys.
Allie's got to go read now.
I sure do. Okay. Bye.
Thanks for sticking with us.
We hope you enjoyed it.
If you did, we would greatly appreciate it if you gave us 5 beautiful stars, reviewed, and subscribed.
You can also follow us on Facebook at Offscript, on Instagram at Offscript Podcast 21, and on TikTok at Offscript_pod.
Shoutouts to Madame Ashen Creations for our adorable logo art.
And Adam Daniel for our incredible theme song.
And to Creative Cinephile Productions for producing our podcast.
See you next time.